Mystery Creek official weather forecast, brought to you by the Suzuki DR200, New Zealand's favourite farm bike in any weather. Save $500 for a limited time, now only $5,650 plus GST.
Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us for our special Sunday update as we cover the weather forecast for Mystery Creek this coming week from Wednesday through to Saturday, and we'll have daily updates right through until this coming Wednesday. So let's get into the forecast, and here we are on Wednesday with pretty much an ideal setup. High pressure smothering New Zealand with light winds. Windy conditions you see in the bright colours here. So out to the east, a windy southerly, out to the west, a windy northerly, but calm conditions. That's pretty much perfect weather. I say pretty much because there just might be some fog and frost around in the mornings, which could be a little bit of a problem for some air travellers. We'll talk about that in a moment, but let's get into the forecast. Here we are lunchtime Wednesday with the high parked over the top of the country. The weather at Mystery Creek looks ideal. Fog should have burnt off by then, the frost should melt, and it should be a pretty sunny afternoon. Similar story on Thursday, certainly a frosty cold start on Thursday, but then as the day wears on, the sun comes out, should be a beautiful one. Now these isobars you see out at sea, these northerly winds are going to be moving in by the end of Thursday, which means Thursday night and Friday morning might just be a little bit warmer. But as that northerly arrives, so too does the cloud, which means you sort of go one step forwards with the temperature and then one step backwards with it as that cloud cover comes in. So the temperatures will probably be fairly similar on Friday, but the risk of a shower, although this lunchtime snapshot actually shows Mystery Creek dry with the shower risk all around you. So it might be a fairly dry day still on Friday, despite that risk. And then we get into Saturday and a higher risk of showers on Saturday with a northeasterly flow. Not usually a very wet direction though for Waikato, so should be pretty good weather despite the risk of a few showers around. Let's take a look now in more detail at the Rural Weather website. We've got these great graphs you can glance at. So this one here for rain shows how dry it is. The chance of showers coming through on Friday, perhaps a slightly more increased risk there on Saturday. Also got the cloud cover on this graph. So sunny all the way through here until Friday. That's when that cloudier weather does start to move through. Frost-wise, you can see that risk for frost, certainly there on Wednesday and Thursday, -2 overnight Wednesday going into Thursday morning. So that's a cold one, certainly looking frosty there on Thursday, but the frost risk basically fades out on Friday. And finally, we've got the fog forecaster, the only one in New Zealand. Now, you can use this for every airport in the country that you're travelling from and get an idea of what's going on. So yes, there is the risk of fog each morning, although not very much there on Saturday. And the other bit of good news, look at the time that it's supposed to go, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So shouldn't linger too much, hopefully anyway. Fog and Waikato at this time of the year, part of living there. So let's just recap that. Wednesday, frosty at first, then sunny. There might be a bit of fog or mist around. A calm day with a maximum of 14 degrees. Cold night though. On Thursday you wake up -2, a frosty day, and there could be some mist and fog around, otherwise a dry day. As we get into Friday, there's the low chance of some fog or frost around. Still a cold start, around 0 or 1 degree, and then a partly cloudy day with the risk of an isolated afternoon shower. Your maximum around 14 or 15 degrees. And on Saturday, should be cloudier. Might be a shower on Saturday with a maximum though of 16 degrees. So just a little bit warmer. And that's all from me. We'll see you again on Monday with our next update from Mystery Creek.
Save $500 on the DR200. Whatever the weather, see you at field days.